Y'all, I got something for Mr. Robert. I got something for him. Because if he think that just because it's time to pay rent again, he's about to me, he got something coming for him. It's like, he's in my house right now. He's in my living room. Asked him to leave and he will not leave. But it's cool. It's cool. Stay there because now I have something to show your wife. Since you think you can use me, okay, cool. Because I may pay my rent late, but I still pay it.
Hey, beautiful.
Just a minute.
Hey, I've been out here a long time.
Hey, Mr. Robert.
Well, you know why I'm here.
Mr. Robert, I don't want to do that anymore.
Okay, then you got the month's rent?
Can I just please have a little bit more time?
No, look, you know that we've done this before, and I think it's a pretty good deal for you. I mean, you don't have to pay anything.
Okay, and what would your wife think?
Who cares what she thinks? Hey, is she here? No, don't worry about her.
I told you that last time was the last time. So.
Okay, well, you don't seem to get it. You're either gonna take your clothes off and do what we did before. I mean, we've done it twice already. So we can do it again just like that. Nobody has to know.
I'm just gonna have to tell your wife, Mr. Robert.
Oh, okay. I'll put her out on the street just like I'll put your ass out on the street. Don't worry, I pay her rent too. You know, I pay all her bills. Okay, look, are you, you're gonna either do, what do you want me to do? Hey, I'll take you out on a date. Will that help?
No.
Would that make you feel better?
No.
Okay.
No, it wouldn't. No.
Okay, look, you got about 5 minutes to take off your clothes. Your bed's right out here, and we're gonna do it, and then you can pay me the rent later. You won't have to worry about it anymore.
No, I'm not doing it anymore, Mr. Robert.
You did it before. What's so hard about doing it again?
You're almost the same age as my dad, and it makes me feel gross. Like, what is you're almost the same age as my dad, and it makes me feel gross. Like, what if I was your daughter?
Hey, if you were my daughter, I'd be paying your rent if you were my daughter, so don't worry about that. Okay, let's figure it out. Have you really made up your mind about this? Because that's going to be it. Your ass is going to be out on the street.
Yes, I have.
Okay, well, you got 12 days to get the hell out of here. Because I'm not going to put up with this. See you later.
You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? You know what? Forget showing his wife. We're going to tell the world. We're going to tell the world. We're going to show the world what kind of monster Mr. Robert really is. Like, I literally just lost my job 2 months ago. So it's not like I'm freeloading. And I do deliveries, but like, y'all know how that is. It's just not making ends meet. And I don't deserve to be slutted out just to have somewhere to lay my head, bro. Like, that shit is not cool. So, y'all, please help me spread the word about Mr. Robert.
I heard people living in like storage, they renting out storage units and living in them. How things looking, how things like this rent going up so high. I think we all gonna end up living in a storage unit, rent one out. It's cheap, y'all. What the lowest, like maybe $100 to live in one of them things?
I live in a storage unit because it's cheap in comparison to an apartment. Living here is actually really comfortable. I get a lot of things that I need and want to get done here. I can exercise. I can use the bathroom. I can play music anywhere in the unit. This unit is 24 hours, so I can come here anytime I want, stay here as long as I need to. We can take naps if we need to and go to sleep. So this is our living space. Very, very grateful to have this space. The next goal is to get an RV. The next goal after that, tiny home. And if we want to eat, I just cook right out front. Or we'll just prepare something cold inside of the unit. Sandwiches, a lot of times we make salad.
Found the Ashbaugh family living here in the storage unit. Actually, they have 2 units, and they've been living here for a while, for months.
Well, actually, it's coming up on 2 months.
You're a strong woman. Jacqueline, no electricity, no running water, nothing but a space and metal doors, and they sleep here.
I'm currently living in a storage unit. My landlords decided not to renew my lease this year, and the apartment that I applied for won't be open until October 1st. I have family here in town, but here I am, living in the storage unit. And the bad part is your access gets denied after 10 p.m., so if I am to leave right now, I wouldn't be able to get back in. Here's my setup. I got my bed right here. Don't come at me. I'm literally living in a storage unit, bro. And how I lock myself in here to ensure that no one comes in here is I use this rope and I put it under my TV stand. And that makes it to where this door can't open from the outside. I've also dummy locked it to where it looks like someone isn't in here and they've got their shit locked up. So when the employees walk by, they don't know I'm in here. Slowly getting back to my feet, you know? Come join the journey. Follow.
They also have power here so we can charge our power bank. Me and my baby will live here as long as we need to until we get the shelter that we want. Because we're living here, now we can save up more money to get what we really want. We're in it for the long haul.
I used to work at Extra Space Storage. And when you're signing that lease, it says that you cannot occupy that unit to live in there. And on top of that, they have 24/7 motion cameras. So if you do move, the cameras get turned on, and then they have somebody watching those cameras 24/7.
Pretty much living here during the day, and then at nighttime, you can't sleep in here, so we gotta go back to the tent. So me and my girl tested, we trying to figure out if this is like good enough to be sneaky and hide and stuff. We trying to hide this shit. No, I don't think we should do that.
I hope that man that got in here talking about he's living in a storage facility because it's cheaper is telling a lie. Now, granted, he might be onto something because rent is, but in the social media world full of toxic investigators, he's bound to be found out and put out. And I have questions about the facility because how are they never seeing this man and his girl on camera? Like he's sprinting up and down the hallway doing handstands, going on dates in the storage unit. Something's not adding up. But if something is adding up, I need to know what facility he's staying at because the way rent is increasing around here. I'm just kidding, but do you guys think he got on here and made up a story for social media? Or do you think he's actually living in that facility and he just hasn't been found out yet?
We got kicked out of our storage unit. The higher-ups found out about my video. It went so viral. We ended up getting kicked out. Now we're just trying to figure out where to go and what we're gonna do with all of our stuff. We're gonna have to get a new storage unit, so yeah, we got kicked out.
Is credit card debt and then also a small personal loan, and total that we're trying to pay off is about $45,000.
Please forgive the tear-stained face. My life has been an absolute hellscape this morning.
So I am $30,000 in debt.
I'm in $71,000 worth of debt right now.
I am in $120,000 worth of debt.
Can we just talk about how soul-sucking credit card debt is for a second? I have been feeling so motivated this whole month, and then I got my Amex bill, and then I had to pay a vet bill, and then I did my taxes last night, and then I had to pay for all my LLC fees since I'm now a TikToker and I'm trying to pay taxes on it. I just feel like it's always something. I have cut out all unnecessary spending, and it's still not enough. I have extra income coming in from TikTok, so thankfully everything will be paid for, but I feel like I am skating on such thin ice financially all the time. I am an eternally optimistic person, so I will always try to see the positive in a situation, but I just want to vent for a second about how tiring it is constantly walking on a knife's edge with my debt.
It's finally time that I tell you guys exactly how much debt I'm in. This is probably my most asked question, and I have been avoiding it for about 2 months now, I think for pretty obvious reasons. But I have been asked it so much, and I finally was just like, why the hell am I hiding it? Like, what does it matter? Oh well. So here we are. So this number does not include our actual mortgage or my car. My husband's car we recently paid off, and my car, by the time we have all of our credit cards and everything paid down, my car will then be paid off. So this does not include those two things, but the majority of it is credit card debt and then also a small personal loan, and total that we're trying to pay off is about $45,000. Now you're probably like, how the hell are you in $45,000 worth of debt? And I wish I could tell you exactly, but we had a lot of medical stuff that we had to put on the credit cards, and then we also had a ton of my kids' therapies. So my daughter was in feeding therapy 4 times a week for just over 9 months, and then my son was also in speech therapy And insurance does cover the first 20 visits of his speech therapy for the year, but he eats through that pretty quick. So then after that, we were covering it with credit card. And we have now completely stopped using credit cards. We're in the process of paying it down, but it is a very slow process. We've already paid down about $6,000 of it since I started this like 2.5 months ago, 2 months ago, something like that. But I'm using the money that I earn from TikTok and from sharing this journey to put as extra money towards the debt. So it's going faster than it would be otherwise, but that is how much. I'm curious to know if it's lower or higher than you expected, because there's been a lot of people who have told me like in their comment how much debt they have, and some is like way higher than that, and then some they like think they're in a ton of debt and they only have like $1,000 worth of debt. So I'm curious to see what you guys think, but now it's all laid out there.
I'm in $71,000 worth of debt right now, so let's see how we got there. So let's start with credit cards. I have 4 credit cards, but only 3 of them are in use. To begin, I have Discover number 1, which is $8,159, which is actually a Discover loan, like personal loan that I took out to pay off my actual credit cards, because the interest rate for the personal loan was cheaper than the interest rates on each card. So it's saving me money in the long run, paying it off. But for about a year, I wasn't working and was kind of depressed, so it got racked up a little bit. So $8,159 is a personal loan that I pay off every month, and the interest rate for that is 11.9%. Again, is a lot cheaper than credit card interest rates, which are usually like 20-something%. Next, I have my Amex card. These next 3 cards are like my everyday cards, and right now they do have balances, but it's my like everyday kind of like spending, so I will pay these off at the end of the month like normal. But this one has $305 on it. My MasterCard has $370, and then my actual Discover card has $13 on it. So those will get paid off at the end of the month like normal, so I don't really consider that debt, even though it technically is. Next is the big kahuna. It's the student loans. I regret going to college, but I regret how expensive it was and living on campus, okay? So this is broken up into 2 sections. So I have like my personal student loans, like government student loans, and then I have the Parent Plus loan that is in my dad's name, but I pay it because it was for my schooling. I'm not gonna make him pay that. Mine in my name is $45,924 with interest rates between 2.75 and 4.6. So my student loans are broken up by like different loans for each semester. So there's like a gajillion different small loans and they all have different interest rates. But right now I'm on the income driven plan and I make so little money that I have a $0 a month payment on it. So I don't have to pay it every month, but it's still gaining interest, so it still sucks. And then the Parent Plus loan that's in my dad's name that I do have to pay every month because he does not qualify for an income driven repayment plan. The total is $16,305 with an interest rate of 7.21. So that one I pay $211.37 a month to pay that one off. So it's gonna take a while, but that's all my debt. That's how I got there.
If you're trying to do this pay off your debt trend, there's a few things that you need to know if you want it to succeed. Please forgive the tear-stained face. My life has been an absolute hellscape this morning, so I want to try to help somebody else. So first of all, in order to qualify, you have to meet certain criteria, okay? 1, you have to have 10,000 followers. 2, your videos have to be longer than 60 seconds. Okay, longer than a minute. 3, in order for your videos to qualify, people have to watch from 5 to 10 seconds, interact with your post, your video in some kind of way by liking, commenting, sharing, reposting, things like that. For your qualified views, it has to be an organic view. It can't be somebody going to your page and seeing this video. That doesn't count. It has to hit the For You page or it doesn't count. People are just making 10-second videos thinking that, oh, I'm gonna hop on this trend and I'm just, I'm gonna do the same. No, you can't do the same kind of content. It has to be at least a minute or longer. Organically hit the For You page and people be scrolling and see it. Watch for 5 to 10 seconds, interact with it. Otherwise, it doesn't count. And I want people to succeed. So if you don't hear this information anywhere else, I hope you hear it here. With that being said, y'all, I just had to cancel my insurance. So yeah, your girl is hoping to get on the For You page because I got medical needs and I need insurance for it. I don't have insurance, okay? I just had to cancel it just so I can put food on the table because I've got a little girl to take care of. I hate our government. This sucks and I hate it so much. So I'd rather spend my energy either trying to help somebody succeed with their goals or making somebody laugh, because I'm tired of feeling like this. I'm tired of the panic. I mean, I guess it was time for a meltdown. I think it was time for a meltdown, just to like purge, get all this energy out. Like, anybody else feel like this? Show of hands. But yeah, I would rather help somebody out, because I don't want people to feel like this. It sucks. Woo! Woohoo! Can you guys pray for me, because I hate this day. It's not a bad life, it's a bad day. It's not a bad life, it's a bad day.